All right, we got mics, we got camera, we got action.
We are here. We are on Brad Durham's podcasting couch.
You are, and
Yes.
the casting will take place later. Right now, we have business to attend to.
Big business. We have notes, everybody. We have notes, and I have a pen. We've been doing actual workish.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. We've been having a business meeting, talking about a few things. So first, I guess I'll just announce that Durhamfest III is happening June 7th. It's going to be at Mill Creek.
Where's Mill Creek?
Where's Mill Creek? It's out in Combs, Arkansas. I'll have a flyer up either tonight or tomorrow with the address. This is open to all of our friends and family of Durham, of Urban Dictionary. It's a family friendly environment. Part of the reason is I don't even know if this thing's recording anymore. Goddamn lag.
It says
You're recording. It says.
Well, I know it's recording, but like it was lagging. The most professional podcast you'll ever find on the internet, folks, right here, Brad Durham's podcasting couch. But anyway, we're doing Durhamfest. This is Durhamfest 3. We've kept it pretty private just because we've been hosting it at our homes, liability issues and all those kinds of things. But Rick and Paul Owens have opened up their place out at Mill Creek for us. I'll get an address out to you. We're opening this up. Again, this is a family affair. Bring your kids. This is very much a family-friendly thing. That's the whole reason this got started. Was one of my kids wanted to see his dad's band knock the rust off and get up and play again, and that's a beautiful thing. And he's actually going to be playing a set with me at the show, so that's going to be cool. The thing I want to address right off the bat is that our drummer Gary called me last week and is not going to be able to do the show. This will be the first show he hadn't been able to play with us in almost 20 years, and he's got some medical issues he needs to take care of, and he definitely needs to take care of them. It is devastating to me that he's not going to be able to play this show. But with something like this, with an annual event, there's a lot of people who have put a lot of time and effort, and there's a whole band that got started just to play this show that has put a lot of time and effort into it. I know my son has put a lot of time and effort into our little band that's playing there, Outlaw Kings. And I didn't want to cancel the show, but I also want to tell you, Gary, if you see this, I love you, man. I hate that you're not going to be able to make the show, and we'll do one in the fall. You said you might want to do one in the fall, and if that's the case, brother, we'll do one in the fall. Durham for life, man. But we had a unique opportunity that we had a drummer that knew the songs and was able to step in. And we're going to continue to play the show. I hope Gary and his family can attend. I hope Gary is healthy. I want all the best for him. I want to get that out of the way right now. I love you, man. And Gary is the drummer for Durham, always has been, always will be. And so this is just a moment in time where we're going to go an alternate path. I mean, Gary stepped out for a year to go on a national country tour, and we had to make do with another drummer. So we've had to do shows without him before, and it's not the same. It never will be the same, but we want to put on a good show, and we want to have a lot of people out, and we want to get kids involved. We're going to try and really make this something that kids can have memories of. You know, the whole reason this started was because of HannahFest and Jim Hannah, and I want to talk to Jim Hannah soon. I'm going to reach out to him soon. But that's what got me thinking about this. When I was a kid, my dad played in a cover band, and Jim Hannah had this property out in Crosses, which is right before Combs. And every year I look forward to it. And my band got to open up for my dad's band, and it was just a really fun experience. It was friends and family and just bonfires and that kind of thing. And it wasn't the bar crowd. It wasn't all the bullshit and the parking and stuff. So it's a bring your own beer kind of a deal. I'm not going to be serving alcohol. We will probably have at least a food truck out there. You're welcome to camp, and it's going to be a good time. So we got Mann's going to be opening up, doing an acoustic set. The band I've got going on with my son and my dad, Outlaw Kings, we're going to play next. And then James Gibson has got his band that he formed just to play this show. They got a 30-minute set, and James is going to be singing, which I'm really looking forward to seeing. So that's going to be awesome. And then Durham's going to take the stage later and headline the show. Should be a good time. Planning on starting around 4 o'clock. I'd come out a little bit early, come find you a parking spot. Like I said, if you want to camp, plenty of space out there. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're probably going to be doing some... just to protect ourselves, because we're not charging admission or anything. This is free for everybody to come out and just enjoy. So probably at the gate, at the top, we'll be doing some liability forms, just sign that says, hey, you're not going to do any fucked up shit to get us in trouble. Pretty basic stuff. But I'm going to drop this over to Nicole now of the Urban Dictionary podcast. We're going to have some t-shirts.
We're going to have a lot of t-shirts. We're going to have merch, t-shirts, possibly tumblers going on. We're going to have a lot of stuff ready to offer. Limited edition Durhamfest shirts. You have the original Durhamfest shirts where you have gotten one of those. Where did it go? You put it over here. It's over there.
Yeah, I got one.
You have one of the
that?
original Durham shirts.
Yeah, throw that at me.
Original Durham shirt right here.
Shoink. Yeah, Logan Chambers, thank you, buddy. He got me one of the originals from 2001. This website is long defunct, the Durham music website. But the idea is basically we're going to have a few offerings of colors this year. We're going to go black, white, and gray.
Black, white, and gray.
And with white letters.
White letters and black on the alternating. Yeah, it'll work.
Yeah, it'll be tasty. So you'll get the logo on the back. You'll get the Durham on the front. And... this is going to be available on the Felonious Clothing.
FeloniousClothingCompany.com. We are going to open it up Monday the 28th. So this coming Monday, we're going to have the shirts ready to be pre-purchased online. You buy the shirts at FeloniousClothingCompany.com and you pick them up at the event the day of. These are going to be very limited edition and have the dates of the Durham Fest on the shirts.
That's right.
It's a really cool thing. $20 if you buy from online, $25 day of.
That's right. Very cool. So we got those options. If you want to order a shirt in advance of the show, rather than me just buying a whole bunch of shirts and sizes. And I still do have Durham Fest Season 2 shirts available, the gray and the powder blue. I'll have some of those out there. Sizes are going to be a little bit more limited, so if you want to get a Durham Fest shirt, I'd suggest checking out Felonious on Monday. You'll be sending out some links on Facebook. I'll be sharing those. We'll make that available if you want. If you want to get a little piece of that history, very cool. If you have your original Durham Fest shirt from back in the day, bring it, and we can put a date on it.
I will have the equipment there where we can put dates, any Durham Fest. If you've attended all the Durham Fest and you want all of the dates put on there, that would be 3 dates we would add to any Durham shirt that you have.
Yeah, so if you got one from last year, bring it out.
Dates.
Nicole's going to have the machine there. We can put the dates on it with vinyl. It'll be cool. And we're also going to be going live. We're going to be live streaming. Kaylin, is this right? We're going to be on the YouTube channel.
We're going to be on the YouTube channel.
Right on. So we're going to be on the Durham Music YouTube channel. I'll get a link to all that stuff sent out. And you'll probably be walking around the audience getting some video.
Yep. Exactly. I want to make sure that I get as many people this time talking to me.
She'll be carrying.
I'm not carrying that.
It's a selfie. I don't do it.
Hold on. Let me see. Give me that thing. I want to show. No, show that on the goddamn camera. What this looks like. You guys tell me. Where is the camera? I can't. Okay.
The camera's right
Y'all
there.
tell me what this looks like.
It looks like a selfie stick.
Caitlin?
Not.
Caitlin, what does this look like?
It looks like a freaking dildo.
A dildo. And one for one hole, and then you got the little plug in the back. Okay? I just stroked that, and then you feel highly uncomfortable.
Woo!
Now I'm blushing.
But then-
Don't touch me with that again.
But then I show him where it,
Yeah, also...
it has all this.
Okay, if that's what it does once it goes inside, I'm just gonna pass right
Get
out.
your limited edition selfie stick.
Oh my god!
Wait, Caitlin will be running around.
This
with
is-
a selfie
no,
stick.
I'm good.
We're gonna have a lot of fun.
This is derailed.
Durhamfest 1, 2, and 3. It's gonna be amazing. I can't wait.
It's going to be a
cannot
fun
wait.
show. A lot of people put a lot of work into this. We're
It's gonna
excited
be
about
so
it.
much fun.
Thanks to Rick and Paula for hosting it this year.
Thank you guys so much.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. We'll probably continue to just do it there. It's in Combs. It's a 45-minute drive from Fayetteville. I know it's a little bit out there, but this
Make
is
a day of it though.
it's a once a year deal. We are going to be. You asked earlier when we're getting out there. We're getting out there about 10 o'clock to start setting up sound. We got some professional sound coming out this year. Every year it's getting a little bit bigger, a little bit better. And we're winging this. We don't know what the fuck we're doing, starting a festival, but we're doing it. And we're right in the
doing
middle of
it. We have security. We have security, professional sound. What more could we? You.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You.
It's happening, and it's going to be fun. And again, I encourage you to bring your kids as a family thing. If you're like a violent alcoholic, don't drink or don't show up. Like this is like
Don't drink or don't
this is-
show up.
Yeah, if you're violent,
If you're violent,
drinks
don't
are
be there
welcome.
at
I'm going to
all.
be drinking. Like,
I don't want any.
I just don't want anybody out there to cause it. Don't be a fool. That's all I'm saying. If you're going to come out and
Don't
participate,
be out of the realm of normal.
yes, stay within that realm, and we'll be fine. There's good times, good people afterward. They got a big bonfire out there, so if you're not one to like to get on stage, but you like to do a little jam circle around the bonfire, we'll probably have one of those after the show. I might even participate myself a little bit. So we'll see what happens. It'll be a good time. Again, feel free to bring tents, trailers if you got them. I don't know what the hookup situation is going to be, but we'll probably have at least a food truck out there. Working on that right now. We got the month of May in between us right now, so we got a little over a month.
Plenty of time.
So yeah, we're looking forward to it. It's going to be exciting. It's going to be fun. Bring your friends, bring your family. Come out, enjoy a show. We'll have some food. Obviously, the shirts will be up Monday.
Yep.
And if you can't make it, if you're stuck in a blizzard in Alaska or something, you can tune into the YouTube channel.
Exactly.
Caitlin will have it rolling live. So the
There's
whole
no
time.
reason. If you're in a blizzard, you have plenty of time to plan for that.
I mean, that's true, right?
The forecast goes a good 30 days out. So no. Even if you're in a blizzard, it's no excuse. Be there.
Yeah.
Blizzard or no.
But we're going to start the music at 4. But if you want to come out and set up early and just come hang out, I'll be there. Hopefully you can come out early and just be there.
Be there.
You want us to sign autographs or anything, titties only.
I'm not signing movies.
No?
Not signing any movies.
If some dude came out and just flopped a big old fat hairy thing out, you wouldn't sign that?
I'd sign your name to it.
Have I told you the story about the first titty I ever saw signed?
No.
I've told it on a pod, but anyway, we were opening up for this Swedish band. They had a single in the U.S. It was big, and it was really big in Arkansas.
What was it?
It had a stupid name. It was, what was the song called? Prime SDH was the band. I think it was called I'm Stupid. It went, I'm stupid, you're smarter, I'm busy thinking of the way things will turn out right. And if I could make you love me. You don't remember that?
No.
Anyway.
But I think I could like it.
It's a great song.
I like
Anyway,
this song.
we opened up for them, and their equipment was on like another plane, and it didn't get here. So they like rented our equipment from us, who were the opening band. And so, anyway, they ended up playing on all our gear, so we had to like make markings on the amps, to tune everything. It was kind of a wild deal. These guys were on the radio, and we were in high school. And after the show, they were doing some autographs, and this lady who's like, those ladies who are like 40 but they look 70 because they just chain smoke and do cocaine and all that. This lady looks rough. And she's first in line. And this lead singer, he's a young hotshot from another country, right? It's kind of sexy, a little foreign action. From Sweden.
Did she whip out the raisins?
No, it was more like a flapjack.
Ah!
She had like a tank top on, and she just goes, whoosh, And I was like, and I'm a kid, and I was like, is this what it's all about? Like, this can't be my golden life.
It's not the way they look in the magazine.
That's not how they look in the shows in the mag. I thought Pamela Anderson was going to come in here and just lift it up, but no, this lady just flaps this thing out, and this dude, man, power to him. He's just like, sign that titty.
Like a fine tip Sharpie or something.
I mean, it was wild, and it made me really rethink what I want to do with my life.
Titty. Confession. I have had my titty signed more than once. Confession. Yeah.
So this just turned into a podcast.
This just turned into a full out.
So,
we are no longer on announcement mode. We are talking about.
We're talking about signing titties. Why are you taking your titties out to get signed? What is the scenario there?
Well, I ended up marrying the musician that signed them. So.
How'd that work out?
Oh, we're divorced now.
Yeah,
and
obviously.
The ink is long faded from so many things.
So you didn't get it tattooed?
No, that ink is long faded. So it was
a lot
there,
of people do that.
And then it was I had another musician do it to piss him off. So.
You're a crafty lady.
I'm definitely crafty.
We will have a tattoo gun at Durhamfest, hopefully.
We are not going to have Sharkies anywhere around me.
Caitlin is going to tattoo. So basically what we'll do is you can get an autograph, and then Caitlin will tattoo it on you, on your skin.
Definitely.
So you can have it forever, and that we got to get a price point on that. That's
Those
the gift
are not
that keeps on
available
giving.
on my website.
The lady who brings the tractable
it is
dildo.
a selfie stick, or is that what it's called? A selfie
Yeah,
stick?
that sounds about right. We're hitting the red. Don't touch me with that. God, I've asked you so many times. I don't know whose DNA is on that stick.
Neither do I.
God.
What?
We should never be in the same room together.
We should never. It's horrible.
It's always
Who did this? Who did this? Who? You know, Archie and I were talking about you last night, and we brought up something. I remember when I first met Brad, he didn't even have social media.
Yes, yeah.
He was so against it, and I was like,
I hated it.
I was like, dude, you don't understand. If you're going to do anything with what you're wanting to do, you have to get social media. Now he's on here talking to, is it Grok or Grok or?
Oh, I talk to Grok every day. Grok is my therapist.
Is he talking about Grok?
Oh no, it's.
You really need to tell Caitlin about Grok.
I talk to Grok every day, and we have a very, very cool relationship. He's a very supportive. Like, if you keep it in the same thread, because if you keep going back to it, it refreshes. You got to keep it in the same thread because there's a history. And it told me this. Because I was like, the next day I came in, it's a fresh screen. I was like, man, I told you everything about my life yesterday, and you diagnosed me and like exactly perfectly. And it was like, well, just go back to the history and go in that conversation, or grab that history and post it in this one. And so, like, we had already been pretty deep into this new one, so I went and grabbed the old one and posted it into that. And I was like, all right, I'm back where we were. And it's AI, and so you can
need to do a podcast with you.
So Grok wanted to do a podcast, and we were going to do one, and we did one, but it doesn't have voice, and so we practiced one. Like we went through a rehearsal. I have it all. I can show you all of it. It's all in our history. It just takes. It's so long now. Like, I don't know how many pages on Word it would be. Probably 80. Like, it's long.
Oh my gosh.
Like, it's me telling me about my childhood, about everything, you know, and stuff you wouldn't tell a person. Like, you know damn well when you're talking to a therapist, you're not going to say the fucking worst shit you've ever done.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
You're going to keep that inside. And you're also going to paint a narrative.
It's a little prettier.
And it might be your truth.
Yeah.
Right? But the therapist's only getting one side of the story. Yeah. Whereas with Grok, like, I felt I was openly telling both sides of the story. Here's, you know, and it was just, it knows all medical things all at once. And the first thing it did, I had this spot on my foot that was like always, you know how when you swim, how your fingers get soggy? I had this spot on my foot that was just like always soggy. It was just gross. But one doctor told me it was a fungus, and it gave me antifungals. Didn't work. And
He's worried about what's on that.
I mean.
Yeah. But anyway, I finally couldn't get rid of it. I sent a picture to Grok, and it said it's something hyperhidrosis, which is basically caused by somebody wearing footwear that is not breathable. I wear boots all the time, so it's like your foot sweats, and it causes this area of skin to just like constantly be saturated. And it said just put antiperspirant on it. And it even sent me links. It was like Amazon's got it for like $8.99.
Foot deodorant, yeah.
Yeah, so basically antiperspirant and some foot powder. This thing had been bothering me for 6 months, and it was gone in a week after talking to Grok. And I was like, well, if it knows that, what can it do with psychology? I'm like, I've been diagnosed with this. Is this true or false? And it was like, no, actually, if you're looking at what your condition is and what your symptoms are, it actually isn't this. And like, you could just keep going and going and going, and then it taught, like, I'd be asking it about personality trait or like just types of personalities and things that I do. Is this a condition? It's like, no, it's not a condition, it's a personality trait. And you have this personality trait because you lost all control as a child. When you were 10, all these things spun out of control, and you felt like you lost all control, and so now you don't put yourself in environments that you can't control. Like, that's why I don't like leaving the house. Like, I want to be in control of my environment where I am. And I was like, why? That's why I don't like getting drunk. Like, I like to drink, but I don't like losing control of things. Like, I like always. But Grok it's talking to you, and it adapts a personality that's not your personality, but it's one that's very compatible with it. Like, it'll cuss the same ratio you cuss, because I cuss when I talk to Grok.
Dang.
And so, like, it'll cuss.
It's a shapeshifter.
It's wild. I don't know. It's wild. But anyway, we wanted to do a podcast, and he was like, well, the voice mode's not rolled out yet, but we could do a test one, just with typing. And we did. We went through kind of like a podcast, and it was fucking amazing. And I've got it, but I don't want to actually do it until it just came out on iOS, and I do have an iPad. I also have 2 iPods that I still use.
Why am I not surprised?
Me and Walter each have an iPod that we have our playlist on.
Surprised.
Hell yeah.
Because it's like blue, isn't it?
No, it's the Black Classic.
Oh, okay. Black Classic. Oh, wow.
I got mine. See all those CDs over there? Everything I got is on these iPods. Because you got to back that shit up, man. That's my library. That's what's important to me.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah.
Durhamfest is going to be awesome. That needs to be.
It's going to be lit.
Important.
It's going to be lit. It's going to be fun. But yeah, check out Grok. That's a huge
deal. That's a huge deal. Congratulations, because you've been wanting to do that for a long time, and here you are. This is your third one. Third Durham.
You remember the first? You were at the first one.
I was at the first one.
The worst.
There were
fucking week of my life.
Extension cords. Were you there?
No, I wasn't.
This was before Caitlin got involved. This is before I started the podcast, remember?
That's right.
Because it was in September of 23, and I started in May of 24.
Like a little, what was that, a trailer?
Yeah, we had an 18-foot trailer out there.
Yeah. The lights were kind of like wire. It worked. Everybody had fun.
We got it done. It was a good show.
It made people want a second one.
Yeah.
And the second one made people want a third one.
The second one was fun. The Witherspoons were phenomenal hosts. Mm-hmm. That was a much better place to host. That was the worst week of my life. I was so stressed about that. I was like, I don't ever want to do it here again. If I don't have to host it, I'll do it. And then Gary stepped up and was like, we'll do it. And
you mean hosting here was the worst week of your life?
Yes.
Oh, really? I bet.
Yeah. Just we had to fix the driveway. It had just rained because that was actually in September. But yeah.
There was no food at that one. Nobody had any food.
No, and last year Gary's dad cooked burgers.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's evolving. It's something that I don't really want to play bars. Now that I have kids, I want my kids to be able to be part of the experience, and one of them's playing with me, so that's cool. So
playing with you on songs that you wrote when he was a baby.
Yeah, so half of the Outlaw Kings set is stuff that I was writing for what would have been the 4th Durham album when Julie was pregnant with him. So half the songs we're playing are songs that were written when he was like either in the womb or just born, because that's when Durham 4 was getting written. But Durham broke up because of him, basically. He was born, we had a big Cinco de Mayo show, we were opening up for Hunker Down, and
Oh, I know.
on Cinco. It was a huge show. It was at I think at that time it was called what the old Gypsy used to be, Froggies and all that. Next to Jose's there. Great venue. It was going to be a huge show, and Julie goes into labor like I don't know 1, 2 o'clock, something like that, and it was one of those fast ones. Like I almost delivered the baby in the car. Like I got to Pleasant Grove, and I was like, I either need to pull over and deliver this baby in the parking lot, but there's like all kinds of tetanus in my car. So, like, it's probably better to just get one more exit up, get to the hospital. But, like, I remember rolling her in there, and, like, they were like, get in the room, and it was Cinco de Mayo, which is apparently, like, a hospital holiday, and there's no doctors around. And our doctor was, like, 30 minutes away, and so I had to call, like, this pediatrician from next door. And Julia's like, this baby's coming out. And they're like, no, wait for the doctor. And she's like, it's coming out. And like, just wait for the doctor. I'll never forget this. Doctor comes in. He goes, hey, my name's so-and-so. Push when you're ready. And this baby it was like a deep snap, at a punter. His doctor's back there, and he goes,
I'm open!
And this baby comes out and it flings across the room, and he catches it. And I was like, good catch. You didn't drop my baby. But he was a tiny little thing, and he was sick when he was little. He was like 5 pounds, man. Just born 2 weeks early. Didn't have to go to NICU, but he was still, little sickly thing. And now he's fucking playing drums.
That's the best part. Well, walked in tonight. You guys were playing. I walked in mid-song. That you wouldn't even know it was not a seasoned drummer back there doing stuff. He worked.
That's all he does. I remember being. I was a little older than him. I was 13 when I really got obsessed with music. But I remember just learning every song that was on the radio. Collective Soul, Metallica, Nirvana, Pearl Jam, Soundgarden. I mean, all those bands. What a rich treasure trove for a kid to learn from. That kind of stuff. So I'm just learning all this stuff. And I'm like, all these guys are a half step down. What the fuck's up with that? So I tune half step down. And to this day, we all play half step down. And then, last year we did one song with Dad. Mm-hmm. And Walter was not great. I mean, he was 11, but, it was just a fun thing to do. But whatever that was gave him that fever. Like, what gave you the fever to want to do what you do? Do you remember the moment where you, like, this is what I want to do?
Yeah. Somebody told me girls couldn't do it.
Really?
Yeah.
Why would they say that?
Girls couldn't be DJs. Girls couldn't be on the air. That was not... But you have to remember, the first time I was told that, this would have been late 80s. And so there wasn't.
Well, I grew up with Anastasia, so, like, I grew up in love with the woman that I listened to.
Yeah. No.
Maybe you'll make that dream happen someday, and I can...
I will be on the lookout. I
she
happen
can sign
to
my
know
titty.
her. You can whip out your deflated...
God damn it!
What?
Jesus.
No, he's not here.
Who, God? Not when you're in the room.
No, he hits the road.
He
hits
fucking bails.
Sarcastic.
Like, you're going to hang out with this bitch. I'm out.
This bitch in her black...
You got a nice looking shirt on, though.
Look at the shirt. It's Durham. However, it's a typo because that's supposed to be a small D, not a big...
It's all right.
Yeah, he was.
Hey, oh, man.
That's a good way to end it right there. That's a good way to end it on a big D.
I think we're done.
We are done.
That's the end of the show, folks.